Hey everybody, this is Jay Young. This is the Jay Young Show, and we're coming down to Christmas. Man, is it a cheery time of year, Jordan, or what? Jordan, thanks for being here today, my beautiful co-host.
Hello.
Yes, absolutely. Are you ready for Christmas?
I am. I haven't gotten the Christmas presents yet, but mentally I'm ready.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the type of person, and I don't know if you're this way, Jay, but I'm the type of person that, like, if I don't get presents throughout the year, then the ADHD takes over, and it's like, okay, it's like this Saturday before I have to get all of the presents like now, today.
Right.
Like, there's been a few years where I'm really good about it and like getting it throughout the year. This year was not that year.
Yeah, I know. It's tough. I mean, it's tough to really think about what people want. Are you doing the right thing? And I don't know. It's just
And what is that like with kids? Like, especially as they get older, like, they're in college and they're doing their own thing, and you're not having that constant daily dialogue. So,
well, the presents are more expensive, but there's less of them, right? Before they didn't care what they got, just as long as it was wrapped. It could be worth 3 cents and they wouldn't care. They were so excited.
It could be an avocado.
Yeah.
They don't care.
Now they don't even care if it's wrapped. They just want it to be expensive. And they don't have to have a bunch of them, but
do you remember there was back in the day, like early 2000s, they had the reality TV shows of like My Sweet 16 and stuff like that, where they would like give their kids cars and like just such unrealistic like presents. But what is the biggest present that you've ever given Michaela?
For Christmas?
Yeah.
For Christmas, I think jewelry, probably necklace. She's got a ring, necklace. Yeah, probably a necklace. Yeah.
I mean, jewelry is expensive.
Oh, it is. It really is. How about you? What's the most expensive present you ever got?
I don't know about expensive, but priceless. It was just quality time, Jay. It was just no.
Oh, there you go. I love it.
No, but my family, the ones that the presents that I really enjoy and look forward to are like experiences, and so but those can be quite expensive sometimes. So one of the gifts that my parents have given us over the years has been ski trips. I snowboard and have since I was like 10, and it's expensive to go snowboarding, and so to get the house and then the rental equipment, the classes and everything like that, I'm sure that the price point of that was quite high, but that's definitely like my favorite.
Yeah. I don't think airlift, ski lift tickets are outrageous nowadays. $200-$300, $400. What is it? What are they now?
It's insane. So my favorite place to go snowboarding is Loveland Ski area. It's right before the Eisenhower Tunnel in Colorado. It's one of the last locally owned places. But I remember when you could get a ski lift pass for $65. I went on the other day to buy one because I always go in March. I love spring skiing. And those ticket prices were like $135. It's insane.
For a day.
For a day.
$65 was for one day, and now it's $100.
One day. It used to be $65 one day full pass to all areas, because Loveland Ski area has like two different areas. They have like more of the beginner area, and then they have like the more intermediate and advanced level. Yeah. Which I
was surprised. I was surprised $65. I mean, I bet I was skiing when it was, I don't know, I bet you could sell a couple of socks and pay for a ski lift ticket or something, $3, $4, $10, $20.
Sell a few cans, you got your lift ticket for the day.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's like, we don't need socks. I'm trying to think what it was. And I mean, I skied my first time in Glorieta outside New Mexico when I was a freshman in college, my first skiing experience, and I know it wasn't very expensive, but anyway, so tell me your favorite Christmas memory. What is there something that just stands out?
My favorite Christmas memory. Gosh, that's a tough one. I think, again, my favorite are whenever we used to go snowboarding. And one time, my grandparents had a timeshare, which I've heard are bad investments, but for this experience, it was wonderful. They traded their timeshare with somebody, because I think that's how it works. I don't know. I was so young. I was like 10 years old at the time. It was like maybe one of my first times going snowboarding. And so we had this ski in, ski out condo that had a hot tub inside in the second floor. Oh my gosh, it was so cool. And like, it was one of my first times snowboarding. And, you know, whenever you're a kid and you're just like attached to this thing that's making you go like 35 miles an hour down a mountain with fresh powder, you're like, whoa, this is the best thing of my life.
Oh, wow.
And then to go to the condo and have the hot tub on the second floor. Now, did we bring swimsuits? No. Have I always brought a swimsuit after having to enjoy the hot tub in shorts and a tank top? Yes. So it doesn't matter where you're going on vacation. Always bring a swimsuit. But that's probably one of my favorite memories. What about you?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I get back to Christmas, and my grandfather on my dad's side was a oil and gas guy, right? We're oil and gas family from way back, 4 generations, whatever. And then my mom's side, he was more of an entrepreneur, and he owned 50% of this retail store in Sulphur Springs. So when I was growing up, you know, and just got out of college, we worked, you know, at the retail store. I mean, it was like, that's busiest time of year, Christmas, toys, the whole 9 yards. So we would go, and people would come in and buy presents, and we'd wrap them presents, and then we'd be worn out by 6 or 7 o'clock Christmas Eve because we were doing all this for everybody else. And then it was we all went over to my grandparents' house, and we would enjoy Christmas. So we would have Christmas music on, and this is my mom's favorite holiday was Christmas and Christmas Eve. You know, so we all spent time there, and one of the best presents I ever received. I know you didn't ask that, but no, I'm just kidding. But
sorry.
No, you were going to. That's on the list. But one of my favorite, because my grandfather was just a crazy guy. I mean, he's just really. He gave me $100 one time if I could break an egg in my hand, which I did, and he gave me $100.
Could you do it?
Oh yeah. I don't know how I did it, but I did it. I mean, it's not. I don't know. But anyway, I did it. But
you have like huge hands, though. You got big hands.
Yeah. So my and he always doing things like this. So one year he said, "Hey, let me make you a drink." And I said, "Well, I don't drink. I'm 20-something years old. I'm not going to drink at home with you guys. There's not enough liquor in that cabinet.
With my friends, I'm not going to do it here."
Exactly. So, but he said, "Oh, what do you want?" I said, "Well, give me a Coke or something." So he made all of us in these glasses a drink, you know, or Coke or water, whatever. And so we would drink it. In the bottom for like an inch, he had taken these glasses, put water in them, but put a Krugerrand coin in the bottom of it. So he put
What's a Krugerrand coin?
That's a 1 ounce gold. That's a 1 ounce gold coin. And this is back in the 70s or 80s. So I don't know what.
They gave you gold for Christmas? Forget coal. That's out.
So he had put a Krugerrand in the bottom of a cup, and then put water, froze it, had it in the freezer, and then gave us a drink. So we all were sitting there, and all of a sudden we finally ended up, and we're like,
wait, what's that shiny thing?
Yeah, it's gold thing in the bottom, and it was an ounce. I don't know what gold was selling for. Now it's like $2,500, $2,600. You know, for one of those gold coins.
No doubt.
Man, it's a little different today.
Okay. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. But I have a question then, Jay, and we might have to, you know, next year maybe we have a wrap off or something like that, because I take a lot of pride in my rapping skills, but you grew up doing this apparently. So I just want to know who is the best of us two. I'm not going to say it's me, but it might be.
I don't remember how to do them. I've done so many. I just don't really care. And I'd love for you to be the winner of that contest. How about that? Was that good enough?
If I brought my sister in, rapping is not her thing. Like it's a running joke in the family because
really?
she'll like present you this thing that's like tape all over the place, and just like somebody like, here's the present in the thing.
Yeah.
Tape. Like, okay, I hope it stays. Like,
yeah.
It's just so sweet. She really does try. And last year was the best year of her rapping skills.
That's great. I can see you being the best person at that. I can see you being the thing. What else is there? Let's kind of wrap up. Let's do a wrap up of 24, and then we'll talk about we'll talk about kind of the 25. We do have some more episodes this year, so I do want to talk about goals. I think goals are very, very important. And
absolutely.
I always set my goals, and we can kind of have an intro into that today. But as we talked about before the show, Jordan, we wanted to kind of talk about, what's your favorite memory. We wanted to talk about, there's that big debate.
Yes, the debate at the Christmas time that comes around every year.
I don't know why it's even a slither on the wall, or it's even anyway. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
I gotta be honest with you, Jay. I've actually never seen Die Hard. So I'm not any help here. But what about you? Okay,
how the hell did this make our list? That's what I want to do. How the hell I saw Die Hard, but
everybody's talking about it, Jay.
Oh, okay.
It's all I see on my feed right now is
is it really?
Bruce Willis talking about how he doesn't think that it's a Christmas movie, and then all of these people like coming on fighting against this. Like, what is this? Why is everybody such up in arms? Like, is it not? I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, man, for me, it's like, I thought, Die Hard a Christmas movie? Why would it even be considered? And then I think Laura said, "Oh yeah, well, because it's at a Christmas party." And then, but I'm like, okay, but it was released during Christmas time. Okay.
So there was a Christmas party. It was released during Christmas time, and therefore people are like, it's obviously a Christmas movie. Or is it just like something that like you happen to watch over Christmas? Like, okay? Then let's ask this question: when it's Christmas time and you're trying to figure out what movie to watch, what is the movie that you pick?
Are you asking me?
Yeah,
I'll turn on football. I'll turn on football or something.
Football.
I don't know if I really have one. I'm trying to think. What would you do? There's Jack Black. There's Spirited, Christmas Vacation.
That one's good. Christmas with the Cranks. That one's a good one. That's a classic.
Yeah, that was a good one. Will Ferrell. I've met Will Ferrell before, and
really, what was he like? I heard he's not that nice.
No, he was nice to me. I mean, I was just
really.
Yeah. I've heard the same thing, but there could be one or two people that.
Look, here's the thing. Everybody has bad days. If you met somebody having a bad,
exactly.
We just need to have a little bit of grace. But it is exciting to know that he was nice to you. It gives me hope because I'm like, he's so funny. But I could imagine he'd be quite dry, maybe in conversation or something. But
we were at Starbucks together.
Where were you? LA?
No, in New York City.
Okay.
So we got in line at Starbucks, and we stood next to each other, and then all of a sudden I said, "Hey man, what's going on? You're Will Ferrell." And he goes, "Yep." And I said, "Bet you don't know who I am." And he said, "Nope." No, I didn't say that, but I know he knew who it was. But anyway, and we started talking. I said, "Hey, how you doing for Christmas? What's going on?" And he goes, "Well, I'm trying to get these Starbucks or the Starbucks so we can watch the parade, because we were staying at the Trump Intercontinental on it's on Columbus. It's at Columbus Circle, the Trump Intercontinental there, and we were saying, okay, hey, we're gonna go there, and we're gonna we stayed there. We used to stay there. This was 10 years ago, 15 years ago, and we would stay there and watch the parade come in New York down. What is that? It's not. Is that 8th Avenue or something? It's the street that runs right along Central Park. but Columbus.
Oh, I'm directionally handicapped, so that I'm not the one to ask.
But anyway, right there. But anyway,
Google Maps.
Yeah, I know. And I think it's like 8th Avenue or something. Or
you know better than me. That's for
Central
sure.
Park. It's Central Park. Anyway, Central Park, north or south. But anyway, right there. But anyway, so we were there. We're staying there, and but anyway, I was just talking to him about what's going on, and he said, "Yeah, I'm trying to get these drinks so I can get to my family because we're going to watch this parade." And I said, "Hey, we're going to watch, the parade from?" And he goes, "Well, I'm going to watch it from my condo, or I don't know if he said a hotel or condo or whatever, because they have both at the Trump Intercontinental." And I said, "Oh, okay." I said, "Hey, great, I'm staying there too." And he goes, "Oh, you are?" And I said, "Yeah." And we started talking, and then we walked across the street, got in the elevator. He was really pleasant, really nice guy. And
wow, so you had like a whole little like mini date with
I spent 10 or 15 minutes. Will Ferrell, we're buds. I said, "Hey, give me your cell phone number."
Christmas gift. There you go.
I know. But it was great. He was a nice, very, very nice guy. But that's a Christmas movie to forget. What's the most popular Christmas movie? Home Alone takes the tops the list with 914 million. Yeah. I think it's the highest grossing film. Yeah.
That one is a good one, and I often forget about that one because the one that does it for me is Elf.
Yeah.
I love that movie. I think it's so funny.
Yeah.
Will Ferrell is hilarious in it, and I just realized that we were just talking about Will Ferrell, and that doesn't even register to me. I just love that. And then a close second is The Grinch.
The Grinch,
which my sister was absolutely terrified of. So I have twin sisters, and one can't wrap presents, and then the other one is just terrified of the Grinch. Like she for some reason she thought that he was gonna like pop out of the toilet or something. I don't know. Like I think there's a scene like that in the Grinch or something.
Oh my gosh,
that's always a fun
one. Unbelievable. So anyway, let's favorite movie.
There's big news, by the way, Jay. There's big news here.
Oh,
it's holiday season. People are on their phones as they're coming home and hanging out with family and stuff like that. We all know that the doom scrolling is a big thing over the holidays. But TikTok is probably not going to make the cut any longer. It might just be Instagram.
Oh, come on.
Apple and Google, they're actually prepping to remove TikTok from their U.S. app stores. Actually.
What am I going to do with my 5,000 followers? I got 5,000 followers. What am I going to do with them? They're never going to be able to see me again? Oh, my gosh. They'll live. But anyway, so TikTok, there's been talks about it. I don't know what's wrong with TikTok. What's wrong with it? Is there anything wrong with it?
It's a Chinese-owned company that they believe spies on Americans, and the content that is pushed out in America is like they claim is actively trying to make America dumber, whereas in China, TikTok showcases like educational content to help increase understanding and productivity and things like that. So they say that it's like it's just a way to kind of dumb down the population via social media. But I mean, what social media really helps you grow, like in your education.
Right,
I mean, I guess there are some things like you could do some micro learning, but you have to be so diligent about your algorithm and your feed and what you consume that. But Jay, did you ever have TikTok where you just would scroll through and learn or consume content? Did you do that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean,
did you get sucked in? I had to delete it.
Yeah. Oh, you really did? Yeah.
I was addicted to it.
Yeah.
I would start scrolling and then it would be 3 or 4 hours later and I'm like, wait, where am I?
Oh my gosh.
It's 3 o'clock in the morning. How did that happen?
Wow. I know that it can be because it's very entertaining and there's just so much good content on there and people just continue on, and there is every maybe 10th one, I'll learn something, or I'll want to buy something or think about it, or I'll send it to somebody else and say, hey, let's look at that. Yeah, but because there is some good content. I mean, it's not
right.
I mean, 90% of it is, just basic entertainment. The other 10%, maybe it's just the people that I follow. There is some really good stuff on there.
Yeah, and you have to, like I said, you have to be kind of diligent about it. But I may have ADHD, I don't know. But I love my dopamine hits. And when I was scrolling through that thing, it was dopamine, 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 dopamine. And
3-4 hours, that's a long time. 3 or 4 hours is a long time to be on this thing and just yeah. But,
that's why I had to delete it.
Yeah. Man, your family come to you and get you around in a corner and okay, hey.
Basically.
Have a, what do you call that thing that you
intervention.
Intervention. Yeah, your family on intervention. Yeah. Wow. Hey now.
Yeah. No, it was tough. All right, and then our last little recap here. How are oil prices doing? How's business? Is business moving?
Business is good. Yeah, we're really excited about what we're doing this year, and we really feel like with the Drill Baby Drill that we can go into 2025 with a good head on our shoulders. We don't feel like it's going to be, too far. It's Trump's not going to affect him that much. We also like natural gas prices going into 2025, so that's also good. Natural gas prices, which will be exported to LNG with the European nations. So we're excited about that too. So, but no, we're I don't know. Have you watched Landman? Have you watched any of the episodes on Landman?
I have to be honest with you, Jay. I had to delete all of the things that I was just over consuming. So,
oh, really? Okay.
The Netflix, I had to delete Instagram for a little while.
Wow.
TikTok, it was just bad. When you and I don't mean to say that as in any other positioning than I just knew that I was doing some form of escapism or something.
Yeah.
I was present, but not really. I just was constantly, it was such a habit. When I deleted the Instagram app, I was on my phone and I went to I just would automatically, if I had some free time, I went to go click on it just to open it up. And I was okay, hold on, wait a minute. So I have it back on my phone, but I don't have it on my main screen anymore. I have to intentionally choose to go there, and then I do so with a purpose. But I've had to retrain my brain because it was
Well, we need to talk about that. We need to talk about that during the 2025 because you can spend a lot of time, and this is what I learned last year, and just thinking about social media and thinking about going on different websites and entertainment, and you think maybe you're justifying it, but how productive is it? It's kind of like the guys like Zuckerberg or some of these young guys that are worth $100 billion or whatever the case may be. I mean, they probably didn't do that. They probably didn't spend.
Well, they don't even allow their kids. They don't allow their kids to be on the platform.
Exactly. Why it's not productive? You can't unless it's productive. That's what. Hey, Asian people, I mean, that's what, I'm not trying to be racist or anything, but my mother-in-law, Asian, Vietnamese, smart people, because they keep their kids focused and not letting them just do any type of Fortnite or social media or anything. So
it's like a digital pacifier.
Yeah.
It can be a digital pacifier. And so, it just, but then you're not learning how there's I feel like there's some soft skills that are just suffering because of the digital pacifier situation that's happening in our society.
Right.
And I think that there is this culture that is trying to rectify that. And adjust course, but it's interesting. But I'm excited for us to talk about our goals for next year. I think that we have some big goals for this show. I think that we have a great lineup of people that we're wanting to bring on, and so I think that I just think that we're on a really great trajectory, and I think that it's just onward and upward in 2025.
Yeah, no, me too. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, and you're exactly right. I mean, what do we do through 2024? What do we learn? What do we learn through 2024? And what are we going to use in that? And what are we going to do for 2025? And how exciting that's going to be. It's one of the things I was thinking about a minute ago was it's easy to get off on unproductive things as an employer, or an employee, or making sure that you manage your employees not to take too much time away from being productive, because it can. I mean, I don't no telling how much money social media costs businesses a year because people have it on their phones and they can go to it any time of day, literally.
Yeah.
I mean, you can text message today, you can social media today, you can do so many different things that knock people off of being productive.
Yes. And keeping that focus. And I think it's easy to daydream too, right? And then you get sucked into seeing other people's success and thinking that it was so easy, but there has to be that focus with the productivity that comes along with it. So, and the success that people are seeing. So yeah, very excited for that. I believe next Friday is when we'll be talking about all things 2025 and do a little recap of 2024.
Right.
But Jay, Christmas just around the corner. I have some rapid fire questions for you. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I don't know if I can answer them or not. I'm not very good at this game or rapid fire, but I thought I was going to ask you. I thought we were on the... Okay, go ahead.
Favorite Christmas song?
I don't know. What about does what's the favorite Christmas country Christmas? So I don't know. What's yours?
Rocking Around the Christmas Tree.
Oh, there you go.
The Christmas tree. Oh, yeah. It's been my favorite forever. Like every time I hear that song, I just want to dance.
Yeah, that's awesome. Very good. Good. Okay.
We'll figure it out. We'll have you do Christmas, and then we'll check back in on Friday whenever you've had a chance to listen to all the Christmas music.
I was thinking about Andy Williams or maybe Waylon Jennings. Did Waylon Jennings or Willie Nelson, did they have a favorite Christmas song? What did they do?
I don't know, but I do love Waylon Jennings.
Yeah.
What a guy.
Man, some of the songs. I sang one of his songs one time.
Favorite Christmas movie?
Die Hard. No, I'm just kidding. No, I love Home Alone.
We kind of just talked about that.
I like Home Alone. I thought Home Alone just changed the whole picture of kids and the whole thing. So I just I like that.
No, that's great.
Yep.
All right, favorite Christmas book?
The Bible.
I thought you were just reaching to go get it. I was like, is it over there?
No, I thought I had. Yeah, it's underneath here somewhere. The Bible.
The Bible.
Yeah, Christmas.
You read it on Christmas?
No, it just has a story about Jesus.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
Christmas, Jesus.
Okay, do you remember there was this this book, and there was a bell that if you believed in Santa, you could hear the bell, and they were on a train. I'm having trouble remembering what the book name is. It's a train. They were going to Santa's, they were in their house, and then they had to get out of the house and get onto the train, and they ended up making it into a movie.
Oh.
But it was a book first, and you had this silver bell, and he ends up keeping it, and whenever he's an adult, he rings it. He couldn't hear it for a while, but then he heard it one day whenever he was older or something like that. Or maybe his daughter did. I don't know. I forget. It was
Christmas bells.
Polar Express. It was Polar Express.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's relatively new. Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
My kids watched that.
Is it? I don't know. I feel like that was
Was it Is it old that they remade?
It's 90s.
Well, that's old.
Is that new?
Oh, okay. Yeah,
is that
90s.
Old?
Okay.
Is that new?
I don't know.
I'll take it. If it's new, Jay, I will take it. Look, we're having a hard time with this whole growing up thing. I don't know. It's weird.
Man, I know. I got a birthday coming up too, so.
Yes, you do. Man. January 3rd. What, are you excited for your birthday?
I am. I really am. My sobriety date too. So I've been sober for 30 years. Well, I haven't yet.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I've been sober for 29 years and 350, 60 days. No, January 1st is my sobriety date. My last one. I had a lot of sobriety dates. You said, do I have a chip? I have a lot of chips because I was sober for a day for 3, 4, 5, 6 times, right? Because it's easy to, it's easy to go back, and I went back. But just
to do a little bit more research, and then you come back and you're like, all right, I don't know, research
figure it out,
completed.
Dude. Figure it out. Quit drinking. I can't drink. That was my deal. I just couldn't drink. But anyway, I have my January 1st sobriety day, 30 years, and then January 3rd, my 62nd birthday. Wow.
Congratulations.
Just think 62. That's old.
I feel like that's a good number.
Man. I mean, I don't feel bad. I feel like I'm going to live another 50 years. I feel great.
But they say like 60 is the new 50 or something. I don't know. I feel like with the foods that we've been able to like eat and like taking care, and you look like you like take care of yourself, you know, it's not like you don't care. You like actually care about yourself and you take care of yourself.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's so important to health.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. And I work out. I've got a guy that comes over the house. He came over this morning.
You're doing better than me, Jay. Can you give me some tips here?
Hire a trainer, somebody that comes to your house, and so you don't have an excuse.
Yes.
I can think
that's the main thing.
Yeah.
Is that you're like, I don't know, I have to get in the car, go to the gym.
Yeah, I know.
Lights are really bright.
Hey, I'm gonna write these down here. I'm gonna write these down. What's our 3 fitness goals for next year? So, but you can do
gosh.
it. Yeah, do something.
2 pull-ups.
Well, just something. I mean, you need to healthy, wealthy, and wise, right? I mean, be healthy. We want to get wealthy. We want to be wise. You know, those are 3 things.
I love that.
Yeah.
Did you just make that up on the spot?
No, I've heard it before. I've heard it before.
You can claim it, Jay. We won't.
All right, I'm gonna claim
turn you into trademark.
I don't know. Healthy, wealthy, and wise. I don't know where I heard that from. Whatever, but I love it. Healthy, wealthy, and wise. Healthy will be something we talk about health wise. What you're eating, putting into your body. What you're doing exercise wise, and there's so many different things that you can do. But I just have to have a trainer come over to my house. We've been buying equipment, you know, over the years, and so I've got a lot of different equipment. He comes in and helps, because if he didn't, I wouldn't work out. I mean, I literally, I could find a way not to all day long, every day. So 3 days a week, at least 3 days a week, he comes over. But also your wealthy goals, your financial goals. What are we going to do next year?
You know what, Jay? This is going to be really exciting for me, because I kind of take like our podcast as like time to have like a little mentor session, like whether we're interviewing somebody or, you know, you and I are talking. And so I'm really excited about next Friday, like talking about how you go about setting those healthy, wealthy, wise goals, because that's something that I have always kind of struggled with, is having those SMART goals of like, you know, tangible, realistic, and grand goals to like help accelerate myself in what I'm trying to accomplish. So I'm excited about that, and I think that'll be really beneficial. Like we said, we're just wanting to help at least one person, if not more, and hopefully many.
Oh man,
and
next week's going to be unbelievable. We're going to help a lot of people.
Yes, absolutely. All right, I'm almost done with my rapid fire list here, Jay.
Okay. All right, there we go.
Favorite Christmas TV special?
TV special? Is there a special on TV that's about Christmas? I don't know. What's yours?
Was Frosty the Snowman like?
Oh yeah, Frosty the Snowman. Snoopy.
No.
What about Snoopy?
Snoopy?
Yeah.
Yes,
Peanuts.
that was a good one.
The Peanuts, they were always good. This back in the day.
Favorite Christmas food?
Any food, any food, as long as it's got a lot to it. I don't know.
Do you know what plucket is? What monkey bread?
No.
Monkey bread? It's like this. It's like a bunch of biscuits that are all put together, and then there's like brown sugary kind of syrup over top of it, and there's like cinnamon in it.
Oh my goodness!
It's so good.
Monkey bread.
One year though. Monkey bread. My family calls it plucket, but I had been told that it's also referred to as monkey bread.
Wow, that sounds amazing.
It's really good. And my mom somehow, she is like a genius when it comes to cooking. She's worked with Pampered Chef since '96. Like she has all the recipes. And if you need to order anything, connect with me. I'll help you out. But so she has this amazing stone that she always cooks it in, but she somehow figured out how to make gluten-free plucket monkey bread.
Really?
And I'm gluten-free, so I was like, oh my gosh, I get to have it and not poison myself.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
That is so awesome. Hey, how can I get some? Can I order some?
I'll bring it back. I'll bring it back from Colorado. I'll stop by Dallas on the way back.
That'd be awesome. My wife would love
ship
it.
it to
She's
you.
gluten free. My wife's gluten free, and she'd love that.
She's gluten free too, Michelle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
I have a bunch of recipes. We'll definitely connect. Okay.
Good.
Almost done here. We have 2 questions left. Favorite Christmas character?
I don't know. I gotta say Will Ferrell. The elf. I mean, it's got to be 100%.
He's so good.
Yeah, I know he is.
I gotta say.
What about you? Is that
mine? I think Cindy Lou Who. I think she's just adorable from The Grinch. She's so cute, and it was just so fun. Okay, last but not least, favorite Christmas tradition.
Oh man, unfortunately, I think going to church on Christmas Eve has always been one of our favorites.
Same.
Yeah, I mean it's always good. My mom passed several years ago, and that was all. I bawl every time. Don't try to get around me during Christmas Eve service. I'm gonna sit there and cry the whole time because I just think about her and I think about what Christmas meant to her. Very special holiday. We'd always get together. My mom's side of the family always got together on Christmas Eve. My dad's side was on Christmas Day, and just Christmas Day was good, but there was so many kids and so many different. It was kind of a crazy Christmas Day, but Christmas Eve was just like, I don't know, it was a smaller group, and we just really, really got together, and it was a super, super time. But
absolutely,
yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, I think singing Silent Night is like one of at church, like Christmas Eve. You can't beat it. It's like whether you're religious or not, like just being there and being a part of it and singing the Christmas carols and everything and like the soft lighting. I don't know. I love that. I feel like that's so fun.
My mom could play piano by ear, literally just sit down and start playing music.
That's so cool.
Oh my gosh.
I think piano is the most beautiful instrument.
Yeah, and she had her pianos downstairs, and we obviously, we were upstairs. This was back, the 70s, whatever. And you could hear her playing the piano when we were going to sleep because she'd wait till we go to sleep, then she'd play the piano, and that's how I went to sleep all the time. So during Christmas,
I love that.
All she did was Christmas songs, and it was really, really awesome. Really
that's
awesome. So yeah, really good. Who were some of the best guests this year? Let's talk about the some of the guests we had. We had the non-alcoholic guy, Barry Arnold. JR.
Oh, yeah. No, that was a great episode.
Yeah.
I love his approach to that too. Like having the accessibility and the options is so big, so crucial.
Yeah. I don't really, even though I'm an alcoholic and don't drink anymore, January 1st, my 30 years, somebody's like, don't you like non-alcoholic beer? No, I never liked to drink beer. I just like what it did to me. I wanted to get drunk. That's why I drank.
There was a goal. There was a mission. Look, we're talking about goal orientation, all right?
Yeah, exactly. I've always been a big goal setter. I'm here to drink to get drunk. What do you think I like this? I don't like beer.
I don't think anybody really likes how they feel after they drink beer.
Oh,
I mean, come on, that stuff's heavy.
But non-alcoholic beer, I'm out. But anyway, Sarah Magruder. Sarah was a great guest.
She is just such a she's the queen of self-marketing. I mean, really, really such a great guest. Yeah. And JR too, just the other week. What a great guy.
Oh, he manages billions of dollars. I had lunch with him last week at Bentry.
Oh, really?
And we met in person and what a great guy. What a really, really super guy he is. We had Beth Good on. Beth Good was a royalty. She sells royalty products to people. Good for her, Beth Good. I meant to get back with her. I need to call her. I saw her at a luncheon the other day at the Adam luncheon. I saw her. She was doing good. Yeah. And I met her.
We had June on.
Yep. June Hunt. What a great person she was.
I mean, so inspiring. Just such a sweet lady with such a great story and one of the most giving, generous people I think I've ever talked to.
Yeah. She's still not worried about the price of a haircut, though. You know what I mean? They got so much money. But she prayed with us before the show.
Yeah,
she prayed with us before the show, and then when I saw her for the first time, because I was running late that day, and I came in because it was a live and we were doing whatever, and then we were recording it. but I saw her face and I could have sworn she looked so much like her dad, H.L. Hunt. It was amazing.
I need a picture of him because you keep saying that, but I don't know what he looks like.
You got to Google him. Jordan, you got to Google him and look what he had. Then look at her on the show and then look at him and you'll just go, oh my gosh, it's amazing. It really is. Man, we talked about Airbnb with you, with your Airbnb. Hopefully we clarified some of that. I want to learn more about that too.
Oh my gosh, Jay, I'm telling you right now, I'm 2.5 months in. Mm-hmm. It's been completely booked out. It's basically on autopilot. Have a cleaner. All the messages are scheduled ahead of time. Have a handyman. Like everything just takes care of itself, and it's completely subsidized my mortgage.
Oh my goodness, that is unbelievable. Good for you. Good for you.
In 2.5 months, we've gotten to that point where it's like every month it's like, okay, here we go. And I can't say enough good things.
Well, let's get you some more so you can go snowboarding and not worry about the price of a ski lift
Jay.
ticket. You know what I'm saying?
If you're looking for a co-host, I can help.
Oh my gosh, that's what we need to do. We need to get. That's going to be part of your goals next year. It's going to be how many properties are you going to be able to purchase and do the same thing. And so we can have some of that passive income.
It's a rinse and repeat. And that's the thing that you've talked a lot about is like, what is the repeatability of the entrepreneurial path that you're taking?
Right.
Is it sustainable? Is it scalable? Is it repeatable? What does that look like? And then how can you take that to that next level?
Right. Exactly. We did Super Doug in Fort Worth.
That's where we kicked everything off.
Man, the best thing that happened this year is you coming on the show, no question about it.
Oh, Jay, you're too sweet. I mean, the best part of my year was you asking me to be a part of it. So there you go.
I appreciate that. It's been really good. It really has been good, dynamic, and that's what I wanted was somebody that could help just, ask questions at times and ask, and not know everything, which you are very inquisitive. You've done a great job. You always dress so pleasant and so well.
Jay, stop! I'm not going to be able to walk out the door.
Man, look at that head.
It's going to get too big.
No, it's been absolutely my pleasure on having you on and you helping because you've done a great job. And I look forward to next year. We're going to get some sponsors. We're going to make some money off this thing.
Yes, absolutely, and help people all along the way.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that 100%. And we're going to do that. It's going to be really, really good. Let me see. What else do we want to talk about today? Is there anything else you want to say about finishing up?
I just want to take a moment to express gratitude for all of our listeners and those that have been a part of the show. It's been an awesome time over the past couple months being able to build something that helps others and helps them not just understand what success looks like, but understand the journey of entrepreneurship just a little bit more. Right. And I think that's huge and grateful to be a part of it. Jay, I know you feel the same way, and just excited to end this year on a really high note. Next Friday, last episode of the year, and then go forward with just a lot of power and empowering other people to succeed as they see it. And I think it's going to be a great end of year and a great start to the next year.
I agree. I definitely agree because we've done a great job just telling people about different experiences, whether it's in business or personal or my drinking or my whatever it is. There's just so many different experiences, and I look at it and go, man, I'm 62. I can't believe it. And I think because when I'm 20, 30, 40 years old and looking at somebody 60, I'm like, oh my gosh, they're over the hill, and now I'm that age going, oh my gosh.
Where's the hill? No,
I know.
You're not there.
Yeah, where is that hill? But I'm just thinking. But two, I want to tell people if somebody wrote in and said, you know what, Jay, you inspired me. That'd be it. Jordan, you and Jay inspired. Jordan, you inspired me. I really love watching you and following you and listening to every word you say. If one person did that out of I don't know how many people watch the show, but we want to increase that, but increase the number of people that we help. and give them an experience or two so they don't make the same mistakes we did. You know, I mean, man, we make mistakes. We find out, like you talk about some of your stuff today. I didn't know that about some of the stuff on social media and the things that, you know, it probably kept you from being better, being a better person, or being more productive, or whatever the case may be.
Staying focused, staying engaged. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Effort. Yeah, no, and I think that that's something that a lot of people struggle with, and they don't but sometimes you just don't even realize it. Sometimes you're so far in the thick of it that you just don't even know. And then you're like, wait a second. You pop out of the hole in the ground. You're like, wait a minute. You have a little prairie dog moment. You're like, okay, hold on. Yeah. We need to adjust course, you know? But yeah, no, I think it's great. And again, I'm really excited for the guests that we have coming on in the next coming weeks and throughout the rest of next year. It's onward and upward.
I've got a really good database of people in the Tiger Network that, I mean, you have to have a lot of success.
And we need to learn more about this Tiger Network, by the way.
Yeah, I know. It's a great group of people that I started in 2011, and there was like 170, 80 people that are in this group. And now there's 1,200, 1,500 people.
Oh my gosh!
It's all over the world. So, are you one
of like the founding members, or are you?
No. It was already going. So what happened, and where Tiger 21 came was Michael Sonnenfeld up in New York was in a group, Vistage Group, a CEO group, and Michael had some success. He had some success because he had gone and built tunnels underneath one of the rivers in New York and put the back office for Wall Street firms over in New Jersey. He sold that. He made tons of money. And so he had all this money, and he went back to his Vistage. It was called Tech. I was in Tech and Vistage, but it was called Tech, and then it was Vistage. But they talk about CEO roles. What problems are you having in your business? And so Michael was in that and helped him out, sold out, made a bunch of money. He's sitting on a pile of money, goes back to his CEO group, and he goes, hey, I got all this money now. What do I do with it? And they go, well, I don't know. I'm working 90 hours a week in my job over here. I don't know.
Right.
So Michael's like, I need to find some like-minded people, some people that have had some success, so I can ask them, because they don't know. How do you tell your kids about money? What do you do about philanthropy? How do you make investments? What do you do with the money? I mean, it's like, you know, there's so many different ideas that people have. And so he started this group called Tiger 21, where he had, there's like 4 or 5 guys that got together in the year 2000. 1999, 2000 is when they started. And they started in New York City, and they had a group of 12 to 14. And then they grew another group, New York City 01, New York City 02, New York City, and so on. And then it came to Dallas in 2011. And I met a guy I was at a lunch, you know, here you are networking, you know, and all this.
Right. You are the king of networking, by the way. So I'm taking notes.
Well, I met this guy, and he goes, I'm Bill. I can't remember the guy's last name. It escapes me right now. But anyway, he said, I'm Bill. And I said, oh, so what are you doing? He goes, well, I'm with Tiger 21. And I go, what? You're with Tiger 21? Because I'd read about Tiger 21. And I'm like, man, I want to be in this group. This is the group. This is the, you know, the MBA, the graduate school. This is the, you know, all these other things are, you know, down here in the BBA level. And I'm like, I want to be a part of this Tiger 21 group. And so he said, well, we're kind of full right now, but you can apply for a membership. And I'm like, what do you mean apply for membership? I got money. I want to join, and I'm ready to. What do we need to do? Anyway, so after 2 or 3 months, he found a spot for me. Just so happened, he found a spot for me. He took my check. But I joined the group here in Dallas, and there's probably 3 or 4 people I still keep in touch with. But every year we have a portfolio defense, which means that you tell people in your group, and of course it doesn't leave the room. But you tell people how much money you're worth. You tell them how much health insurance, life insurance, how your estate's, your money.
Okay, question. Mm-hmm. when you share all of that, is there ever like a moment where like when you, I guess what I'm wondering is like, what is the point of sharing all of that?
Yeah, good question. No, it's a good question. So let's just say you take a typical guy, say he's worth $25 million, okay? He sold a business, he sold his business, and he got $25 million, and he's got it in this account, and he's been spending, he put $20 million in T-bills, muni bonds, put $5 million into these stupid investments or something. The guys will tell him, hey, don't do that. Don't do this over here. Do this, or this is what you need to do with your money. Because a lot of guys, back when bond prices were higher, or bond prices were lower, interest rates were higher, they could live off their interest. So they could put like $10 million in the bank, and at 8%, they could live on $800,000 a year, But as bond prices came down, interest rates came down, then you got to look for more investments to be able to live off of. So we talk about our goals and what our goals are, and mine's work. I mean, I can't help it. I work, and I love to work, and I love what I do, and I can't really help myself. But so I'll work, and I'll figure that out. But some people want to retire, and so they go, okay, well, what's your goals? The first question that the person that runs the Tiger meeting will always ask, what are you trying to accomplish before you do your portfolio defense in front of everybody? So, and they say, well, I want to make sure that I've got enough money to where I can live on for the rest of my life, and I don't want to give any money to my kids, or I want to give all my money to charity, or I only want to give this much to my kids. Yeah. So there's 15 people in that room that you get ideas from on what you need to do, or what you should be doing, or whatever.
That's so great, because it allows like the vulnerability of honesty and actually showing like where you're at, so that you can get real feedback. It's that's so awesome, because sometimes you think you're doing the right thing, or you're doing the best thing, and you are going forward, and then you're like, and then other people are sharing, and you're like, I didn't think about that. Right. I should probably go that path.
Yeah. Well, it's like crypto or Bitcoin or other types of investments, and we talk a lot about diversification, in your business, but not only in your business, but assets, and there's not a lot of there's some people that are really quite old in that room, if you should say that, but there's a lot of experience in there. I mean, it really is, and it's free. These guys have already had success. They've already done it. Yeah, and you can't stump them. It's like, I mean, if there is some investment that you don't have all the information on or something, then they don't know what to say. But if it's a real estate deal, it's in New York City, it's on the corner of wherever, then that's one thing. But if it's some kind of something somebody's never heard of before, then they'll say, well, I've never heard of that before. So be sure and put that in your 2% bucket of your portfolio, that you can afford to lose it and not worry about it.
That's so interesting, because it's that one thing that's kind of standing out as you're mentioning all of that is the abundance mindset of, you're going to be okay if you want to take a risk and take a chance on this, like go ahead and do it, because it might pay out, but just know that like there's always going to be another opportunity. There's always going to be an opportunity to recoup the money that you've lost if you want to. But if you're going to risk spending, then do so in a way that's not going to be devastating.
Right. No, you're right, because that's the most important. You want to make sure that you have your investment set up, that you're taking care of, whether or not you want to work or not, or you don't have to make more money, or if you want your family to be taken care of, you want to leave them $1 million, $2 million, $5 million, whatever the case, or whatever you want to. But you don't have to reinvent the wheel. That's what a lot of people, if they retire, they're like, oh, okay, I got all this money, now what do I do? Well, some guy calls them on the phone, and says, yeah, well, I got this deal that's real risky, but you can make a 20-1, and they're like, great, how much money do you need? How much money do you need? And it's just doing your due diligence. It's about making sure that everything's done properly and you understand it, you know it. And but there's great speakers that we've had over the years. There's great events that they have. Our conference is at the end of January in Boca, and it's sold out right now. And
that's cool.
I know, it's always
Need
sold
an
out.
MC? No, just kidding.
Do I?
I was like, do you need an MC? I'll help you out.
I know it's hard to get into. It's hard to, because there's a lot of people that you don't.
I'm gonna make my
know.
way. It's one of my 10-year goals here, Jay.
There you go.
Maybe 5. We'll see what happens.
Absolutely. Let's make it a goal.
There we go. All right, and we're going to talk about that next Friday as well. I think we're up on our time here, Jay, but as always, such a pleasure. Exciting to learn about all of your Christmas ins and outs and favorite memories.
Oh, wow. We had a big discussion about a lot of different things. That was awesome,
I know.
Jordan. It's always good to get to know you better and learn, so we could use off of that, go off that to make a better episode for everybody out there. So this is episode 151. And with Jordan, it's 25 or 30, I guess. Have you done 30?
I know. We're like right in on it.
I know.
I want to say we're coming up on 30. Yeah.
I bet we are. It's been great. We're going to do a lot more. Matter of fact, next Friday, is it live next Friday? Are we going to do it live, or are we going to do it?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll do a live episode next Friday, and it's going to be about SMART goals. It's going to be about what are we going to do in 2025, and how are we going to be the best people possible, and not only have wealthy goals or financial goals, but also healthy, because we want to be healthy, wealthy, and wise. Is that right? I'm going to use that tagline.
That's right. Yeah.
Laura, put that on my.
Jay. That could be the tagline.
Put that on the tagline. Episode 152, Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise. Here we go.